This is a letter to Lucia Clark proposing saudade, an untranslatable Portuguese word similar to longing or nostalgia in meaning, as a formulation of being as being with. Tenho saudades de você, Lucia. Is it not an uncommon cruelty that this space that we share only exists in a language I can barely understand, a language in which I am all but lost, sense of myself tied to harsh vowel sounds and brittle consonants, tongue that will not bend to the supple subtlety of your honey-smothered drawls. Saudade is every time I have failed to catch your wandering shadows, which dance and skip out of my grasp, leaving me breathless, no place. Saudade pervades every utmost touch that lies between us, every time I have never pressed my skin against yours. Saudade is the thickness of my blood languidly pouring through my veins, to taunt me with the suggestion that perhaps I am full of nothing but myself. I refuse oppressive solitudes as the truth of myself. I wish to stake my claim to accede to an elsewhere, and not only myself, o u e o tu, the I and the you. Marked by everything I no longer wish to separate from the contested sight I still call self, I search amongst myself for fragments of yours to which you will not return. Plenitude, you write, I am overflowing with meaning. Saudade is where I soak in the residue of your overflowing, always already uncontainable, at the threshold of self-control. The places you once were are both too vast and too meagre for my touch. Saudade is the space of excess intuition, of touch spilling over. Saudade occupies a site at which we lose sense of our edges, bleed through our boundaries, make contact with one another. There are no limits to longing as there are limits to the corpus. In saudade we exceed ourselves. In the shared territory of longing and our overlapping lack, we become each other's homesickness. The promise of locating the residual echo of your ghosts drives me both away from and back into myself, just as waves lap and beat at the shores. Lucia, I believe that saudade is a thirsting mouth by which the rivers of the world meet the seas, site of a long-awaited first contact that does not cease, yet is already inscribed with the patterns of the tide. Saudade is our ebb and flow, ancient rhythm by which our shared meaning emerges and recedes from the site of our togetherness. Lucia, I have saudades of you. I have the lingering remnants of our touching that never was nor will become. Flickering absented presence, o vazio pleno, full emptiness, ebb and flow. Saudade is our occupancy of each other. Tenho saudades de você, Lucia.